What is up, hooligans? Welcome to the channel. We are out here with Lectric XP doing a 500-mile review on this sweet little baby right here. Give you a little walk around. I've had this thing for a while now, pretty much since the beginning of the year. So we're gonna go ahead and take a ride and explain to you some of the pros and also some of the cons that I have run into with this amazing bike here. So let's get into it. Alright, so jumping right into it, this thing is literally a beast for its price. Right now, if you were to go to the website, you could get the 2.0. This is the 1.0. I had this one that was still out. Now they upgraded to the 2.0, which you could get for about $1,000. This one was $100 cheaper. They added some new upgrades to it, so if you want, check that out. It's a pretty good ride. Getting into this one though, one of its best features, the main things I love about it is its foldability. You can fold this in half and it literally takes up no space in your apartment, home, whatever. It's very compact when you're able to fold it in half, and it's very nice. A bunch of people out today. So the second thing about it is literally the console itself. Oh, it's probably dark. I don't know if you guys can see, but when I say the console, I just mean like the straight up handlebars. It's a clean design, half twist throttle. On the right side, you have your pedal assist buttons here, along with your power button. Then you have this beautiful LCD screen, which is nice and bright. That way you can see it during the day. Gives you all the details you need. Clean setup. So both this model and the newer 2.0 that came out go 20 miles per hour max speed, going full throttle, as well as pedaling. It is a class 2 e-bike out the box. You could go ahead and unlock some settings in here and change it to a class 3. Now, in a class 3, pretty much it unlocks you being able to go 28 miles an hour. The 28 miles an hour, though, is only with pedal assist. And you gotta pedal pretty dang hard in order to go 28. So this thing has, I believe, 20x4 big old tires. It's very nice because I could take it off-road. Ooh, a little bumpy. And it still be able to handle it nice and fine, as well as handling it on the pavement. It's very nice in both terrains. I would say it's more for pavement than off-roading, but it is nice that you can take it off-road if you need it to for whatever reason, or just rip it and have some fun. Now let's get into some of the cons. There's not too many, but just from what I've experienced riding it, first off, I had to upgrade the seat. The seat that comes with it is trash. So I went ahead and upgraded it to a Cloud 9 seat, which is 10 times better than what it came with. So far, that's the only thing I've upgraded. Range wise on this thing, so I weigh 245 pounds. The heavier you are, the less distance you're going to get on this. I've noticed going between pedal assist 3 and throttling it, which is going to be around, I want to say 17 miles an hour to 21 miles an hour. I was able to do 20 miles which was round trip. So 10 miles one way, 10 miles back, and by that time the battery's pretty dead and I wouldn't be able to take it much farther. But that's great for those who are going and adventuring just in like little recreational parks or just straight up on the trail like what I'm doing, just pretty much chilling with your ride and just having fun. But me, I like it. I have fun with it. It is a little bit of a downside. I would like to go a little bit farther because I'm a little bit more in, I guess, an urban kind of area. So a lot of the places I like to go to, like downtown Tampa and the Causeway and some of these other parks, they're a bit farther out. So it's a bit more of a distance to ride, and this would not be able to bring me there unless I'm pedaling on like pedal assist 1 or 2, going like 10 to 12 miles an hour, which is really slow when I want to go far. So that's kind of a downside and kind of an upside. Being able to go 20 miles is pretty good in itself. It's a good distance, don't get me wrong, especially if you live in the city. This thing is a beast to take with you, or if you just throw it in the back of your car, because once again it folds in half, so it literally fits inside the back of my car. So if you're able to put it in there, you can put it in there, drive to where you want to go, and then bada boom bada bing, you're good. But for me, I've noticed it's been kind of a downside for the places I want to go, which is why I'm putting it under a disadvantage rather than something I fully like about it. But it's kind of one of those, like, I'm putting it in that category because I have to, but it's more so in between. And once again, overall, fun, great ride. I've had a blast on it. 500 miles, come on, 500 mile review we're doing right now. I've taken this bike out quite a bit. As far as complications that I've had with the bike, there hasn't really been any. I've gotten a flat tire once riding over some glass, but I was able to get some slime in it. If you don't know what slime is, it's basically like a internal tube liquid sealant that you could put into your inner tube through your spout where you put your air into. I don't know, I have a brain fart about the name right now. You guys can roast me in the comments for that. But anyways, you put it inside of there, it goes into your inner tube. From within your inner tube, it will go ahead and seal up any holes or rips or tears. More so on the tinier side, if you have like a big gash like that big, you're better be able to go ahead and just replace the whole thing at that point. Oh, we've reached the dead end. Let's pop a U-turn real quick. The turning radius on this thing is actually really nice as well. I got a new bike and the turning radius isn't as good, but look at that. A full like half turn. My new bike only turns about like that much. So being able to turn in tighter situations, very nice, very nice. This thing is like a real nimble little electric bike. It's well worth the fun, so don't let me like turn you away from it with the disadvantages that I'm having, because my riding style is different than your riding style. I like to go a bit faster, so getting something that goes over 20 with throttle is more so something I'd be doing. But that's not to say you're not going to have a blast on this bike. So far, 500 miles, I've definitely had a blast. It's taken me to many places, and I've even done deliveries on this thing, and it's kept up. You do have to do, depending on where you live, you're going to have to do a lot of the maintenance yourself, because at least for me, nowhere close to me is able to maintenance electric bikes. I hit up a couple shops, and a lot of them don't have licenses for electric bikes to work on them, just regular bikes. So I've had to do a lot of maintenance and upkeep myself. But really, it's just maintaining a regular bike at that point. You just got to make sure the chain is properly lubricated as expected. You might have to tighten down, make sure things are a bit tight, readjust a couple things, stuff like that. All pretty simple stuff. Nothing that you would have to really like be a technician for electric bikes to handle, unless it did come into the point where you're trying to mess with like the motor, or something went wrong or anything on that point. So yeah guys, that is my 500-mile review. I'll give you another quick walk around of the bike. Big old tires with the motor in the back. Got a little light right there. Great little bike. Folds in half. Got your latch right here for it. Awesome bike. Once again, just because there are certain things that I dislike about the bike doesn't mean that they're necessarily bad things. They're just not per my riding style. You want to make sure when you're getting the bike, you get something that's for your riding style, because you don't want to hate the bike because you're expecting to have something that's going to go 60 miles an hour, but you got something that goes 20. So be diligent in your research. If this is the bike for you and you deem it is, by all means go ahead and get it. Have fun, have a blast. That's all what it is when getting an e-bike. We are literally on these things because they help us with going farther, and it's just one big community. We have fun on these things and it's nothing to be taken serious. So no matter what bike you get, you know, e-bike fam is e-bike fam. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to my 500-mile review of the Lectric XP. Go ahead, and if you like the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up, and if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button for me. I'll go ahead and check you guys out in the next video, so stay tuned, and once again, take care, you fam. See ya.